Like I told you, this is an older speaker, so it's been around, and it has a crack in the not a crack. It's glued to the case, and the glue is kind of old, so I need to re-glue it, and it will sound better. But that's the Chuff sound. That's at 30 miles an hour. You can see if you're pulling a load, it's in sync. That's at 60. I can't see. It's like 70 or 80. 90. Getting scary. All right, there it is. That's flat out. Flat out, 7 volts to the heater. 7 volts to the sound system. About 12 or 13 volts to the motor. She's coming down the pike, man. Coming down the highway. What we don't have is brakes. I think that would be fun. All right, so you slow it down. You're coming into the tower. Pow, 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 pow. That's not too shabby. That's smoking, all right. I might have to crank that down. I did crank it up. I might have to crank it down. You can really dinkle with it if you're not watching what you're doing. Half a volt really makes a big difference. And I'm using a lot of smoke today. I've already refilled it. Okay, I'm going to call it. I'm not calling it. I'm just saying I'm going to start working on refinements elsewhere along the way. The wiring, reliability of the idle versus the puff and brake. The switch there is still suspect in my mind. I'm not sure what's going on. And I have to keep my eye out on that. See what else I can come up with that might be an improvement. And I want to make sure my wires aren't shorted out on anything they're not supposed to be. Got a lot of loose ends out there. But this is sort of the quick and get it done thing. Oh boy. Now you can see the cams in action, both cams. I say the cam and the switches. The left switch is the chuff sound and the right switch is the puff sound. A puff of smoke. I don't have any black yet. I'll get some maybe. Maybe I can. It's a little better. Not really. You can see it up above there. Fairly reliable. We're not missing many strokes. Yeah, I'm happy with the sound system. I just wish it wasn't so expensive, but it's the best I could get. So now, I think what I might do is go ahead and mount the board. Since I know the functions work, it's a matter of that sensor getting ironed out. So I'm going to mount the board, and I'm going to do a permanent wiring job and make it tidy so the board isn't moving and the wires are up nice and neat. And I may have to do some hacking, even though this I may have to trim this one down on the sides here to make sure it'll fit. I'll get the body and test it, and I want to try to get that to where it's at least assemblable. You can assemble it. And I got to make sure I maintain my power separation. I've got 2 buck boosts feeding everybody here. I'm splitting the sound out of the smoke buck boost because I felt the sound really doesn't take a lot of amperage. It does have an amplifier, but it's pretty minute. We use a lot of thin wire. It's not a big draw. The other circuit is sort of an unknown. Plus, you're turning another motor, so I thought, maybe we better keep it open. So that's how I've split the power. The motor has his own set, and the others are split, so that's the way it is. Or is it? I gotta think this through. No, the motor is split with the others. That's right. Okay, I may switch this around. Anyway, here it is. It's about 80, with a load of cars. That'd be pretty fun. Okay. Yeah, baby, you crank it up. Crank it up. And what's fun is you crank it up, the voltage goes up on the heater, so as you have more airflow, you actually have more heat temperature. This is a single cam, one of the variances to the other engine, which has a dual cam. So this is 1 puff per rev. It's like on the downstroke of this particular rod. Down, 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 boom, boom, boom. And the smoke and the sound, your eyeball, you hear the sound and you see the smoke, and you just think they're at the same instant. It does trick you that way, even though they're off. But in all, it's all pretty good. Well, the brake is 180 from the chuff, but the puff is exactly on with the chuff. So that's actually correct that way. Oh boy. All right. Oh, screaming hot. Gonna put some heat sinks on those babies. They're warm. Everybody's warm. Oh, Dan. Those are hot too. Yeah, well, this sitting here like this, cruising, it's a lot of load. Well, I may have to think about it. I may have to go to a third rectifier. Oh my God. Well, there will be a third one in the third car for the 4 sounds. But the 4 sounds are low level, actually. That's all going to come out of the track power there. Oh my God. Oh boy. I think I'll be going 50 miles an hour. But it sounds good. That's about 25. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. What a long way to go. That's a nice tender, though, I'll have to say. It's well done. I don't have the wiring up from the trucks yet, so I have a lot of work to do on a lot of stuff yet. But this damn board has been kicking me in the tail. But I think we're there. We're pretty close. I keep saying we're pretty close because I know I've got some jumpers in there that I don't want to keep. So you don't know. Oh, baby. Alright. I guess that's 9 minutes of this. You've seen enough. Saw the cams. The cam. You can see it coming around like a big lump. Boom, 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 boom. And that system is working like a champ, I must say. That was neat. You could hear the fan motor if you're quiet. And then you can see the smoke. And you hear that little whir of the motor that's puffing the smoke. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. And I'll seal up the Sugar Cube speaker, make sure it's as good as it can be. And we'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. All right, gang. I'll get you more when I can. Later.